show your face. Show your face, please, with sugar on top.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at hookahanonymous_. Alright, we're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at hookahanonymous_. Alright, now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, once again, like I told y'all on Instagram, I've been tied up in a few personal things for the past couple of days. So some of these uploads are days old and they're just now being uploaded. However, y'all know nobody speak on topics or discussions like us over here on this platform. So either way, I like to speak on certain things and see what you guys feel about it. So here, bear with me. Shout out to y'all for your continuous support as we make our way to 80,000 subscribers, which lead me to my next thing. If you are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Alright, now, as most of you guys probably already heard, Jaro City's own 50Shots has just been sentenced to 115 years in prison for the murder of OBlock affiliate White and attempted murder on 2 other police officers in the process. Now, all of this transpired in 2012, where a brief story is said that 50Shots went to OBlock, spotted White and began firing shots that killed him on the scene. Legend has it that King Von was present also at that time of White's murder, but he managed to get away and ended up surviving. Some would say that 50Shots crashed out because cops weren't too far from the scene, and almost right after everything happened, they attempted to arrest 50Shots, and that's where he began firing shots at the police as he tried to flee from the scene. This is where the attempted murder charges on 2 policemen actually stemmed from. Now, rumor has it that when police caught up to him, he was beat very badly, as one can imagine that the police would do if 1, you made them chase you, and 2, you tried killing one of their own. So, I'm sure when they finally caught up to him, they definitely tried to beat him pretty bad. Now, let's go back to King Von real quick, right? Because aside from the rumors of him being on the scene that day and actually getting away, it's alleged that White's death was one of the early murders that shaped King Von into who he was, and allegedly he went on a wild manhunt after that situation because White was a childhood best friend to King Von, and he couldn't stomach knowing he was there the day his friend was killed. When I say manhunt, y'all pretty much know what I mean by that. Now, I don't know what the holdup was, but 50Shots was incarcerated for 11 whole years before they even decided to give him 115 years in prison, aka the rest of his life. I don't know who his lawyer was, and judging from the amount of time that he received, I'm sure he went in there with a public defender. Plus, it happened when he was young, so I doubt he had any money to fight that type of case with those type of charges, because those type of cases involve a lot of money. We talking murder and attempted murder on not 1 but 2 police officers, not just anybody. And I'm unsure of how the law works in Chicago, but I don't see why his lawyer didn't try to advocate for a speedy trial, because I could see if they prolong a trial for at least a few months, even a year or 2, but 11 years? That's a prison bid within itself. So I'm sure although he got all that time, he probably already acclimated himself to prison, as unfortunate as that sounds, but it is what it is. Now, it will also come out that 50Shots had witnesses involved in his case that agreed to cooperate against him, so that's another thing that probably hurt his case the most, aside from the fact that he didn't have proper representation. It just made matters worse, and let me tell y'all something, to be in jail for 11 years and still come out having to do 115 years, I'm sure that they're just trying to send a message to all of the guys out there in Chicago about the rise in crime rate that has been going on. And honestly, most of that time was really because he had attempted murders on not 1 but 2 cops. I can't express that any much more, because a lot of crime happened in Chicago, right? A lot of murders go unsolved. A lot of kids as young as 14, 15, they lose their life. You know, and we haven't seen this much time being handed out to any of the suspects. So I think personally that's probably what got him all that time. And they're trying to send a message. You know, now it's probably not going to hit him until like 2 months later when he look around and realize, like, yo, I'm really about to spend the rest of my life in here. Or maybe he's already used to it, being that he already served 11 years. But then again, no one can get used to spending the rest of their life in prison. And honestly, even though he was in there for 11 years, I know he figured, well, maybe they're just going to give me time served, considering how long, you know, he already did. And then maybe they let him walk. But nah, they didn't. And let me tell y'all, the thing that probably hurt him the most is the fact that that little piece of hope that he had, that little piece of not being sentenced and had the what if lingering, that's probably what helped him keep his head up, because it wasn't official that, you know, he was doing any type of time, especially life. But now it's like a gift and a curse, because you happy that the wait is over and you're no longer in limbo about what if or what if I might get this or this may happen. You now know that you're staying in there for the rest of your life so you can prepare yourself accordingly. But on the flip side, who the hell wants to spend the rest of their lives in prison? Nobody. I don't care who you are. He really thought he was coming home too, because he called home a couple times. I seen they already have one of them recording out there of him saying F the cops and F the ops. And I don't agree with it, because we know that them people are watching. So maybe they thought that he didn't even learn his lesson, so they're going to make an example of him. That's how they operate. You know, now Billionaire Black took to his Instagram account to react to the news, because we know that him and 50Shots also had a close relationship. 50Shots has actually been mentioned in a couple of these guys' songs as well, saying free him and X, Y, and Z. But anyway, Billionaire Black took to his Instagram story to say, quote, "Damn, they just gave my N-word 50Shots 115 years. Heartbreak emoji. This ish just broke me." Right. Now, a couple other guys had a few things to say, but Billionaire Black pretty much stood out because, you know, he had a cool relationship with him, from what I know, and, you know, a couple other things. But at the end of the day, man, was it worth it? You know, because although he killed an op, right? Although you eliminated somebody, you know, you get your cool points, you get your reputation, whatever the case may be. You pretty much died that same day as well, because now he will have to spend the rest of his life in jail until he dies as well. So if you ask me, they both lost. But the thing about this, man, let this be a prime example, y'all, for the kids that's growing up, for the kids that watch us, or even some of the adults, man. Please take heed to a lot of these things. Don't wait until it's too late and the heat is on you and you end up in the same position. You know, and it's sad because these days people are killing for nothing. It's not even like they're killing for money. They ain't killing for anything substantial. They just killing to kill and say that they did it. They killing for reputation, and to mention it in drill songs and whatever songs. And they're not even blowing up. They're not even getting signed. You're half of the time. It's crazy. But there's a lot of methods. There's a lot of ways out there these days, especially this time of day, for you to acquire some money. You know, get out the hood, do the right thing. See life for what it's worth. You know, this all went down in 2012 with him. And he did 11 years before receiving a life sentence. So just think about it. All he know is Chicago. All he know is a few blocks of Chicago. He don't know about other countries. He don't know about how other cultures eat, how other women on the other side of the world look, or how things operate on the other side of the world, and he will never be able to experience that because now he's received life in jail. So like I say, man, all the time, I'm not going to tell y'all what to do or how to do whatever it is y'all doing. What I am going to say is be very careful and be mindful of the things that you do today, because they can very much shape your future. And sometimes when you do certain things, you look back on it like, man, this wasn't worth it. You know, or man, I shouldn't have did this because I could have did this. But sometimes you get yourself in a position where the choice is no longer yours. You know, you can't even make that decision for yourself because it's been stripped from you. And for anybody that's been locked up or incarcerated, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, kudos to you. I hope you never, ever, ever experience something like that, and you don't want to. All right? So y'all keep y'all head ups, man. Be mindful of the things y'all do. Be smart. It's all type of technology out there these days. Please just do you. Get to a bag. Get to a bag. Provide for your family. Take as many vacations as you need to. Do what you got to do. Live life, because you only have it once. All right? So y'all jump in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel, man. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.